Hello YouTubers and all those who happen to watch, hope you're all doing quite well. Now this is a quick video to pass along a video for VTech USA, but at the same time I also want to very lightly talk about this too. And Rich has put up a video introducing a new Sopa bill that Obama is also supporting, I believe, himself. So the election year's over, as again Rich has stated, and this is pretty much common knowledge. And now Obama don't give a damn. He's like, fuck it, let's put this bill up now. You know, these record labels, these guys in suits want this type of bill to be presented so that way they can make some money, as well as push some of these supposed criminals off the said e-streets, as I call it, e-streets as in the internet streets. And generally I can see where they're trying to put this bill up for, because if you technically type in like a certain movie name or anything else in particular from like the 80s onwards and wherever else, you'll see like full streams of movies, and you can also have people posting up albums of like artists that are popular such as Metallica and, you know, Nicki Minaj, Justin Bieber, you know, Megadeth, Immortal, bands like that. And these people are just uploading full albums and all this nature, and that's technically money out of some of these artists' pocket, and that's generally too why most of these record labels are starting to approve this idea of this Sopa bill. While I can still say humbly it's bullshit to even put a bill like this in the first place, and, you know, that's just how it is. People are going to do this type of crap. I mean, there's no harm in it. You know, if people are such as suits are losing money, then they need to think of a way to not lose that money anymore. You know, instead of blaming every single, or take it out on every single person who wants to do a cover of these said songs or whatever else, doing parody work of movies too, because they want to use slight elements of that said movie, and then of course to be considered a felon for doing so. And that of course can fall in this category, this double-edged sword, where I can see the idea of what they're trying to do to try to, you know, make it a felony, to scare these people into not uploading full movies or full albums onto the website. I mean, everyone can agree, yeah, you know, if a song's a song at the end of the day, a movie's a movie at the end of the day, but, you know, the reason what these elements are is listening and seeing and hearing the said soundtracks as well as the movie clips and all this nature. So they're trying to prevent this to happen, so that's why they're trying to push this bill about. But it's, to me, a very heinous thing to do to everybody in general, especially innocent bystanders who are doing this under fair use or fair terms, and they're trying to like review a track or something like that, and they want to use slight elements of it to do a said review or anything else like that. So if you're playing a new game and he says, okay, I want to use some elements from this said game, and I want to do this video here on YouTube. Now, these kind of elements are under fair use, fair handlings. However, some companies are very picky about that, such as EA, Ubisoft, and others out there, and they want you to be able to, you know, ask them and say, okay, you know, I want to do this video, I want to review this game, blah, blah, blah. You know, this asking goes a long way because it also gives you that gateway to do this said review under fair handlings, but it's also, some people like to use full clips or do full gameplays of the said game when the game first comes out. And while some people are going to try to use the excuse, well, it's played differently per person, that's true, but at the same time, it's still the general gameplay that most of these companies don't want people to see. They want people to buy the game so they can see this game themselves, or of course make that money bracket within the first 3-month fragment. Now again, people are going to try to argue this with me over and over, and I'll just roll my eyes and click my tongue and go, oh well. And this is generally how these companies are seeing it. Now, you could see it completely different, that's fine, but at the end of the day, this is exactly how these parent companies are seeing this, such as these publishers. They want their product to be sold. It is not going to be sold if people are watching it through streams. That's how they're seeing it. So, again, this is why this bill is being presented. Now, again, I do not agree with the bill. That's exactly what I am saying about this said bill, and while I can see where they're trying to come from, I don't meet them halfway. I just don't care primarily how they think about this said bill. You know, as far as I'm concerned, no one's really doing anything that harmful when they bought the goddamn game in the first place and they're wanting to play it over a viral sharing website. I mean, what's the point of even having a camera or being able to express yourself if you're just going to be stifled? I mean, again, I digress. I mean, I've said enough about this as it is, as it will be. But down below, Rich's video is located in the description. Be sure to follow it. It also provides 2 links provided that will constitute some, information provided about the said Sopa bills, which is from the Huffington Post, and I believe like Tech something or other. I can't remember the name of it. Allow me to drag it up. Tech Dirt, that's what it was. But, alright, that is all for now. I'd like to thank everybody for listening in, chiming in, and, of course, clicking on this video. Be sure to stay tuned for more stuff, and, yeah, hopefully we can find some way to counteract this said bill. But, for now, I digress. I'm gonna go lay down. My tooth is hurting me. Whatever.